สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to MaiTimetoRead YouTube channel. First of all, I have a special guest with me today. This young, beautiful and special lady agrees and allows me to interview her and of course record this video. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
There will be two topics to interview. The first topic is about English and the second topic is about living, traveling and working abroad. For this video, it will be about English first. There are 16 questions, so let's get started. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Anna.
Yes.
And I'm a teacher.
Yes.
Currently an English teacher, English as a second
Yes.
language teacher. I'm from Russia.
Yes.
But I've been living in Thailand for 2 years.
Yes.
I love traveling.
Yes.
Love exploring new places and
Yes.
learning languages. And I love everything about being a teacher. I'm very interested in education
Yes.
and kids. That's it.
Okay. So, the second question. Where were you born and raised and what is your mother tongue?
So I was born in Kazakhstan,
Yes.
but back then it was Soviet Union.
Yes.
So basically in Russia, but not really. Anyway, my parents moved back to Russia when the Soviet Union collapsed, when I
Yes.
was 1 year old. And I lived and grew up in Siberia, in the middle of the country. And then I moved to Moscow to study in the university.
That's quite interesting.
Quite a long journey, right?
Okay. The second question. Do your parents speak English?
No, they don't. My mother speaks a little bit. She can understand words like a dog, a cat, a book. But my father doesn't speak at all.
Yes.
They definitely are not confident enough to communicate in English. I try to inspire them
Yes.
and encourage them to learn, but it's
Yes.
hard. It's hard. They even agree with me, like, yeah, sure, we need to learn English, we will learn it, but then it doesn't happen.
Okay.
It takes time, and they're busy.
Yes. Question number 3. Do you speak or use English at home?
Yes, quite a lot actually.
Yes.
We live together with my husband, and we
Yes.
both work in English.
Yes.
So we spend most of our day
Yes.
speaking English, and it's sometimes quite difficult to switch into Russian, at least pure Russian.
Yes.
So when we're at home, we usually speak the mixture of two languages.
Yes.
Something comes from English, something
Yes.
comes from Russian. No one except us can actually understand us. Something like this.
Yes. Okay. Question number 4. When did you start to study English and how long do you study it?
I've been studying English for a long time. I
Yes.
started when I was 7.
Yes.
I was the first grade in my school in Russia. And since then, basically, I never stopped learning. But I think the most progress I've done in high school when I was preparing for the state exams. And at this point, I had a private tutor,
Yes.
a brilliant teacher, and I'm still very grateful to her. She helped me a lot. Then I also studied a little bit in university,
Yes.
and then I went to do the internship in Germany. That was one
Yes.
more highlight of my English learning journey, and then was the first time when I actually had to use English and communicate in it, and it was a booster of my skills as well.
So how long have you been in Germany? like for 1 year?
For half a year. For
Oh,
half a year.
half a
And
year,
all
yes.
of the learning, I was learning marketing back then,
Yes.
and a little bit of social psychology, like from the
Yes.
economical perspective, and everything was in English.
Yes.
So I had to improve my skills.
Yes.
And I'm still learning.
That's very impressive.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Because when you do the internship in Germany, like you learn new things as well. Did you learn German as well, or?
Yes, I was trying to. I had classes, like I've spent 2 years in the university
Yes.
learning German before I went to do the internship.
Yes.
Yes, and during this half a year, of course, everything around me was in German, and I was, I had lessons twice a week back then, and I think I could understand German back then, at least understand, not speak. I couldn't speak properly, just a little bit, like A2 level maybe, but I could understand. Now it's all gone again. It was many years ago.
Okay. So question number 5. Do you study English in schools or do you self-study it?
Both.
Okay.
I learned English in the state school,
Yes.
and then with a private tutor, and then myself, and then in the English language schools just a little bit.
Yes.
But I think you need to know that you always learn English yourself, and you need to invest a lot of time in it. It doesn't matter who helps you learning it. Anyway, you need to spend a lot of time interacting with the language.
That's very good one. I agree. Yes. Question number 6. How many languages can you speak?
None.
Come on, Miss Anna. How many languages? I know you can speak more than English.
I can speak Russian. Yes.
Yes.
Pretty well. It's my first language.
Yes.
And English.
Yes.
Yes, I can speak English. Still learning, never-ending journey, but I can communicate in English now, and that's actually it. I cannot say I'm speaking any other languages. Definitely not German yet, but my plan is to learn more languages. I think after you've learned one,
Yes.
It's easier from there, because the skill of learning the language is there with you.
Yes.
So then you just apply the skill to another.
Agree.
I hope so. Okay.
Question number 7. Comparatively, is English more difficult than Russian? Which language is harder?
It depends on the topic, but
Yes.
I would say Russian is harder to learn, especially for like if you compare in English and Russian and European languages speakers. So, for example, if you're from Italy,
Yes.
it would be much more difficult for you to learn Russian than English, because we have our own alphabet, our own letters. The grammar rules are very difficult, but maybe for I don't know, a Mandarin speaker or Thai speaker, it won't be much of a difference.
Yes.
Anyway, Russian grammar is much more complicated, I would say. We have grammatical cases. You need to change the ending of the word accordingly to the gender, to the number of things, like singular, plural. A lot of things you need to remember. And however, we don't have all these tenses they have in English. We have just 3: past, future, and present.
Yes.
So it depends. It's difficult to say,
Yes.
but I would prefer to learn English again than to learn Russian from scratch.
Okay. Question number 8. Have you ever been to any English-speaking countries?
Yes, I've been to Australia recently, but that's it. I haven't ever been to UK or States.
Yes.
I really want to go. That's a dream to go to New York and London.
Yes, maybe. When you were in Australia, did you see a kangaroo? Or
Yeah, definitely.
Or koala?
A lot of them. Koala, yeah, 2 koalas. They're becoming quite rare, which is a shame.
Okay. And how long did you stay in Australia? For like maybe 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Or,
2 weeks. Not enough. Definitely not enough for Australia. It's an amazing place.
Okay. Do you recommend Australia to the audience or?
Of course.
It's one of the nicest places.
It's one of the nicest places I've ever seen. It's beautiful. The nature is it's unique. You won't find anything like this anywhere else on the planet. And it's a developed country.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yes.
Nice roads, clean water, and clean air. It's lovely.
Wow. Then they should add in the list they would like to go.
I would definitely do so. But however, I think like people who are travelers and who enjoy traveling, they don't have a place they won't put on their list. Like all the places are on the list, all the places are desirable.
Yes. Okay. Question number 9. There are so many exceptional rules in English. How do you remember? Or do you have any tricks in doing that?
Not really. I think I learned all the exceptions like children, for example, or person, people, or grammatical rules. I learned it all long time ago when I wasn't aware of different educational strategies or learning techniques, which is a shame, and which says a lot about education in Russia. But what I always used is to write things down, maybe in bright colors with pictures you enjoy, and then put it somewhere where you will see them every day. On your mirror, for example, or laptop screen. Then it's inevitable that you will see them many times. Yeah, and you will repeat, and you're gonna remember.
That's very good, because sometimes people keep forgetting.
Definitely. Some things are difficult to remember. And I think repetition is the key. Then you can use different techniques like associations or visuals. But it's difficult to create a visual about grammar. It's much more difficult than with the vocabulary. It's possible, however.
It's possible.
It's
just
possible.
Practice. Question number 10. When you are discouraged, but what do you do to encourage yourself?
It depends on my mood. Sometimes I just need some time to be in a quiet place with myself, contemplating and reflecting on everything that happened. I love sports. It helps me to it brings me back to being myself, to being positive about life. What else? Calling mom usually helps.
What is calling mom?
Just to call your mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things like that. Just simple stuff.
Okay. Or do you like running or jogging in a park?
Definitely. not possible in Bangkok though.
Yes, maybe it's hard to find a part to relax, but you can do the meditation.
Yes, meditation is also very good,
Yes.
but I always forget about it. I want to make it a routine in my life.
Yes.
I've been wanting to do it since I was 14 maybe, because I learned about meditation and yoga very early, but then it's still not happening. I'm still on the way to getting there, to make it
Okay.
a routine, an everyday practice.
Okay. So I will see you in the next video.